Next, we're going to hear from an interesting team called Airalabs that is working with Substrate and is building a blockchain, or at least Substrate runtime modules now for robotics.
Thank you very much. One thing I think we are all missing here in Polkadot days in Seoul is that we don't wear any dotted dress, you know. I think only Erica used this opportunity with her leopard dress. Okay, so my name is Alisher. I'm from Airalab. We develop around decentralized systems from 2011, starting with research around Bitcoins, and Ethereum was emerged, and now we want to expand our network on Polkadot as well. Clicker don't work. Okay, nice. So we have currently testnet made on Substrate, and you can find it on telemetry of Polkadot. And as I find yesterday, there was a release of 0.4 proof of concept network of Polkadot, and we can try to make a parachain, and not only to test software, but also to test governance and votes. What I mean? Parachain can be launched only if dot holders vote for it in Polkadot. So testing these things, I mean community, yes, is interesting as well. Before I will continue, I want you to catch this concept of cyber-physical systems. But what the heck of cyber-physical systems is? Maybe somebody knows what does it mean? What this concept of force? Okay, nice. Two people is okay. It's a key concept of new industrial revolution. We can see nowadays. I mean, latest 10 years maybe. It's about not only robotics or IoT or something like this, but it's about a combination of physical parts, computations, and communication to find new properties of objects that we can work around. And if you want, you can catch this concept from this book of Klaus Schwab, who is president of World Economic Forum, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, that describes how things moving from mechanization, mass production, emerging computations networks, and this combination we can see. In 2015, we implemented what Nick Szabo described in late 90s about smart contract. He wrote the paper where he described an article where he described this concept of smart contract that was implemented in Ethereum first time. We made a little demo of delivery service that can work through smart contract. I mean, one can use utility token to launch a delivery robot, a drone, for some reason. And just imagine, and I think it's how things will work in future. Just imagine a network of robots that can provide a delivery service in the city, and you can get this service by your utility token. Okay, we will not continue deep in here. Maybe out of battery. Later on, in 2017, when I was engaged to Airalab team, we continued to expand these ideas to industrial hardware. I mean, not only to launch a certain robot, but a full factory on this concept. You know, companies like Toyota started to get orders for their products in 70s, but it's very interesting how to integrate this with service-oriented economy. We are developing through fourth industrial revolution. This is a little stand that that have a controller the same like in factories, and just look around you. Everything you see here is made in factory and controlled by these things. What we provide in our work in Airalab, in our platform we call this Robotics, is tools for developers that helps to integrate blockchain things with robotics or industrial hardware and software. Yes, we made plenty of experiments last year around IoT as well, and imagine a sensor, air quality sensor, for example, that can give you data by your transaction on utility token. We provide R&D services for government and companies who want to integrate their business with blockchain technologies. And if somebody of you here wondering for this, just let me know. We can talk about it after my speech. We made this things around the sensors installed and static on drones flying, and then water. Made a project around oil and gas companies, for pharmaceutical, for food production, even for robotics and art as well. I will not go any deep with use cases and this technical sense, but what we have in Robotics platform currently works in Ethereum is tools to support this service-oriented work of business automated by Cyberphysical systems, or let's say robotics, with our JavaScript library to make user applications to connect robotics or factories with the network by thing we use, by a robot operating system that is in a base of our platform. And we have a network of providers that allows this works with chains. So what we work on is a layer 2 network. We currently, as I told, have a network in Ethereum and in side chains with proof of authority by companies who want to work out of my network. And currently one can use a node we made on top of based on Substrate, and yesterday we got an opportunity to test it as parachain. Okay. Our partners are developing networks for special industries like Chorus Mobility for self-driving cars, IPCI for environmental things, and so on and so on. But it's on tools that we provide in our Robotics platform. As I told, the key thing in Robotics is robot operating system. It's an de facto standard in robotics and industrial applications for what we would like to provide connections. I mean, we support robot operating system API for to use it with Polkadot and with Ethereum currently. It's a huge community around the world, and in Seoul there are companies who work on it, and there was a conference, ResCon, 3 years ago here. There are 2 companies that works, as I know, in Seoul, Robotics and Eugene Robotics, that are worldwide well known, and if somebody here knows somebody from these companies, just let me know, please. Interesting to meet. Not only these robots can work through service-oriented model, but even these ones that, for example, my classmate works on in Russia. It's speed, you know, coal moving car, let's say. What you can do here, and what I would like to, how I would like to let you join to this effort is take a survey. I'll have a link in next slide. And if you own dots in Polkadot, it's very important for us, and I'll be appreciate if you will vote for our parachain in Polkadot. I think we will launch a test vote in testnet somewhere soon, and as guys told, in the end of the year we will have an opportunity to get this learnings in mainnet to vote for parachain in mainnet. If you're a robotics engineer, you can try how it works. We have a distribution. We name this Aira, and you can check it at our GitHub. As well, you can support network by install a full node on your computer. There are less than 20 currently, but you can try it as testnet, as as testers of Ethereum Olympic long time ago, get an opportunity to learn how Ethereum works previously and before everybody else find this interesting when Ethereum emerged. So please learn before things are things need your knowledges. You can launch a full node or become a validator in this network. And if you want to go deep in this and provide some service inside the network, you can launch a network provider. So there are links to survey I told about. If you was, for example, decentralized network provider, like, for example, torrents, yes, or maybe you launched a node of some blockchains, please be engaged to our network as well. And you can subscribe to news of Robonomics parachain in Polkadot by this link. Thank you very much to let me be here. Any questions? Yeah. Excuse me.
What's the difference MPOS and DPOS?
What's the difference between NPOS and DPOS?
MPOS validation.
They are all delegated systems, as I know, but in nomination systems there are key differences that can differ it from what happens in EOS. I'm not very in blockchain development because I'm mostly from industrial field, and maybe guys can answer you what's the difference between NPOS and DPOS. Can you answer this question? Parity developers?
Same, similar. Hello?
Yeah, like the main difference is that with nominated, there's weight to that, whereas delegated, like think about democracy, for example. Delegated proof of stake is as if, we all decided Sean should vote for us, not necessarily vote for him to be a leader, but allow him to vote for us for the leader. Whereas a nominated proof of stake allows you to have weight to that vote so that you're not trapped with Sean making all the decisions for you.
Okay, I summarize what you're saying. Okay. Just you made some node validator has a weight. That is a different point. Okay, I see. Thank you.
But it's a really interesting question because I don't know very deep this difference as well, and it's interesting to discuss about it. Okay. Any more questions, maybe? No? Yes?
You mentioned you come from the industrial use side. Like, what problem that you see right now in the
there are two ways one startup can start to work on product. Yeah, a problem to solve, find a problem to solve, or have an opportunity to give for better efficiency or something like this. And as I see, there are many advantages that that business on chain can get and to compete with business that works on some kind of centralized IT software. Because as I told previously, for example, let's say about service, this thing we made to show how government can push entrepreneurs in city to create smart services for smart city, you know, because if you will find the United Nations report about smart cities, there are many governments choose corporate-driven cities development, and if we will have everything in city provided by centralized companies, they will own all the city smart stuff, you know, and one day we will find that there is no way to get out of control of corporates. It's one of very philosophical thing, yes, around decentralized systems. But as well, it's a way to give small and medium business to get information about what services need in city, what can entrepreneur install. For example, if people need sensor in a certain place, they may find how to install it, provide a interface to it, and just if people provide payments, I mean, give utility tokens to this sensor, it will work and deliver data. It's a business process that can't be launched without such things, or it's just more efficient with blockchains. But there are many other things, not only security in general, or payment integrated, or robotics native, you know, way to work. We can discuss it
Yeah,
personally.
better. Thanks.
Maybe more questions?
Anyone else? Here's the mic.
Okay, so thank you very much. Have a nice evening.